4 weeks, Caitlin Clark was singled out on the court, but the WNBA remained silent. The supporters were incensed. Analysts refrained from talking about the issue. Then the silence ended. The NBA's biggest stars, not the WNBA's. These weren't polite shout-outs or statements from the press team. This was an honest, unrestrained voice. Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and others weren't only praising her performance. They were shielding her from what they had personally seen. Particularly Steph had had enough. He saw the hits, heard the silence, and when he did speak, his remarks reverberated across the basketball world. When a famous person like Curry publicly objects to Caitlin being used as a punching bag, everyone takes notice. He was by no means by himself. When at least 6 NBA All-Stars publicly stated that Caitlin Clark isn't a flash in the pan, what did they actually say? It is terrible that she is being unfairly singled out as a top player. You might be surprised by some of the uncensored, word-for-word responses that some of the biggest players in the NBA have expressed here. NBA players usually exclusively express affection to each other. When Pascal Siakam, the All-Star champion and one of the smoothest two-way players in the game, was asked about Caitlin Clark, most people expected a boilerplate compliment. Maybe something safe and superficial. But Pascal didn't exercise caution. He was asked which player gets the most affection. Abruptly, he brought up Caitlin Clark. Not just in passing, not as a polite nod, but as someone who, in his opinion, was on par with NBA stars. Oh my goodness, Caitlin really is a beast. So, they adore her. Clearly, I mentioned Caitlin Clark. I adore Tyrese, however. When it comes to her love, she's at an other level. Think about that. He wasn't comparing her to WNBA players. He was comparing her to Tyrese Halliburton, one of the NBA's most interesting point guards. Pascal insisted that Caitlin was getting the most love. That goes beyond simple admiration. That is an acknowledgement. For those who continue to maintain that the WNBA exists in a vacuum, that serves as a reality check. When someone's name is included in discussions intended for the NBA elite, you may tell that their influence is significant. Siakam could have selected anyone, but he went with Caitlin Clark. It's not a headline. That's a shift. Pascal and the other guys are encouraging, and it shows that Caitlin has broken through the invisible barrier between leagues. Even though he didn't have to, he said it, and that says it all. Some of Obi Toppin's quotes are ambiguous. Even though he isn't known for long monologues or dramatic soundbites, his comment about Caitlin Clark is noteworthy. It lacked polish, but it was honest. And in today's media environment, that has a greater impact than any pre-written PR slogan. Obi plays with energy, flair, and bravado, but his tone changes when he talks about Caitlin Clark. When someone goes above and beyond the box score, you offer them appreciation rather than just respect.
It's amazing. Super amazing. She's a great player. Having her be courtside and watching our games is awesome. We see the excitement that she has on the sides, but just like she's doing that, we do the same. Like when they're playing, like it's so much. It's a joy to.
It's the parody, not the phrase, that stands out. Caitlin from the WNBA and OBC as equals, not as an afterthought or as inferior. Like NBA players, they celebrate their wins. This reciprocal energy is rare and significant. It's nice to see Caitlin Clark courtside and to know that the NBA players actually care. Saying, "Oh hey, a celebrity showed up," is not enough. It's a sincere appreciation and basketball bond. What Obi said doesn't have to go viral. It symbolizes something more important even though it doesn't make headlines. As a women's basketball player, Caitlin's standing has evolved. What a hooper she is. Ignore it. When NBA players start talking about you like you're one of them, you've already entered their world. Giving someone on your squad a cliché is a simple way to cheer them up. She's amazing. I respect her degree of expertise, that kind of thing. But Tyrese Halliburton made a different decision. He did more than just promote Caitlin Clark because they both reside in the same city. He didn't compliment her since it was the right PR move. His proximity to her, his acquaintance with her, and his observation of the daily tempest she has been facing without flinching served as the inspiration for his thoughts. She's, well, I believe you.
For me, getting to actually spend time around her, be around her, get to know her personally, she's just an amazing person, an amazing player. She deals with there's a lot of rhetoric behind her that she really has no control over, and I think that the way she handles that is just amazing. Like, I think when it comes to the game of basketball, like, she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. That includes our league.
It's the parody, not the phrase, that stands out. Caitlin from the WNBA and OBC as equals, not as an afterthought or as inferior. Like NBA players, they celebrate their wins. This reciprocal energy is rare and significant. It's nice to see Caitlin Clark courtside and to know that the NBA players actually care. Saying, "Oh hey, a celebrity showed up," is not enough. It's a sincere appreciation and basketball bond. What Obi said doesn't have to go viral. It symbolizes something more important even though it doesn't make headlines. As a women's basketball player, Caitlin's standing has evolved. What a hooper she is. Ignore it. When NBA players start talking about you like you're one of them, you've already entered their world. Giving someone on your squad a cliché is a simple way to cheer them up. She's amazing. I respect her degree of expertise, that kind of thing. But Tyrese Halliburton made a different decision. He did more than just promote Caitlin Clark because they both reside in the same city. He didn't compliment her since it was the right PR move. His proximity to her, his acquaintance with her, and his observation of the daily tempest she has been facing without flinching served as the inspiration for his thoughts. She's, well, I believe you.
Looking for you to say anything and they're gonna splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. And I think for her, the one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. They flew private. That should be celebrated in its own right.
LeBron is advocating for both Caitlin Clark and development in general. He has seen what she has endured. It's a shift in culture more than just media pressure. He knows what it's like to be the driving force behind a league's choice to go private. That transcends the past. It's a legacy move. He's been there. The target on your back, the expectations, and everything. This could be the reason he sees some of himself in Caitlin. She not only won LeBron's respect but also his admiration. And that's a completely different kind of praise. It takes a certain amount of confidence to suggest a three-point game against one of the most anticipated shooters in the world. You feel even more confident when you are the one to ask for it. Trae Young arrives. Trae is renowned for his daring attitude and deep outbursts, and he has never been shy. But when he talks about Caitlin Clark, his tone shifts a little. Still confident, still playful, but with a distinct note of gratitude. This goes beyond one elite shooter complimenting another. Peer recognition of brilliance occurs in real time.
We're hype about Steph and Sabrina. I know that you have spoken about Caitlin Clark. You're a big Caitlin Clark fan.
Oh, yeah.
She, of course, is an excellent shooter. Would you ever do like a Caitlin Trae three-point contest at All-Star?
Of course I would. I've gotten to talk to her too throughout her college years. We're the only two people that ever led college in points and assists. That's a crazy stat. I'd have to definitely practice a lot more than I have for these previous three-point competitions.
First off, there have only been 2 players in NCAA history to lead the nation in both assists and points in a single season. The actuality is not enjoyable. In basketball, that is aristocracy. Furthermore, Trae's comments about her are not condescending. It is genuine. It's a sincere tribute to a gifted artist from a different era. He's not behaving like he would win that gunfight. He admits that he would need to perform more reps. Caitlin engages in more than just the conversation. She is the subject of it, which is the highest level of deference. Young is prepared to share the limelight or perhaps engage in a head-to-head match. Paul George is not a fluff artist. He doesn't speak to gain influence, it's to help you see things more clearly. He also offered one of the most insightful opinions we've heard from any NBA player regarding Caitlin Clark. He didn't start praising right away, he did not beat. He zoomed out to give context. Since most conversations about Caitlin have focused on the highlight video, viral fouls, or all-time shooting statistics, Paul George talked about something quite different.
In perspective, right? These girls have been grinding to grow the game of basketball in the WNBA. They've been grinding to grow the sport to the world, the viewerships. They've been grinding for all of this. And then you have this girl that comes along from college and is an instant change. She's handed pretty much being the face of the league. There's going to be girls that are offended by it.
It's not meant to make fun of Caitlin. That acts as a sobering reminder of the cultural shift. Paul George doesn't even contest her greatness. He's actually confirming that by referring to her as an instant change. However, he's also recognizing something we don't discuss enough: the psychological damage it causes to the ladies who established the foundation. The veterans who pushed for charter flights, played in empty gyms, and never had cameras in their faces. Despite working just as hard, they did not receive the benefits that Caitlin received. Even if she earned it, it hurts when someone goes in and instantly becomes the league's face. Paul George didn't justify the animosity, but he did humanize it. And by doing so, he demonstrated to us the depth of this moment. Caitlin is more than just the focal point. She is the focal point of a change that is affecting everyone. Luka Doncic expresses his desires and thoughts. You can tell he's direct if you've seen him play or speak. In particular, no further polish and no filter. As a result,